Well, all right, I'd say good morning, but no, it's afternoon. I got a good lead to go look at some records, 45s and 78s, not too far from here, only about 25 miles or so. I'm going to head out there solo today, and we'll see what's there. I just kind of feel lucky about this one. Hopefully it'll all turn out. Man, this is nice. It's a nice cool day. Not too cold. For early January, this is pretty sweet. Good record hunting weather. I don't like the heat.
At the stop sign.
Okay, I'll do that.
First left.
Anything you say, Dollface. Getting close to being there, like this area. Y'all be real quiet about this. I've got to sneak past a fellow record collector dealer's place on my way. He probably hated if he knew I was going to be in his backyard looking, but it's fun. All right, had to take a little bit of a detour there, but let's see what this place has. I've got a couple of leads, and always like these little small town Texas things. I continually harp on just how nice these towns are. A little slice of Americana. You know, you can see a lot of neat things. Maybe you get arrested by the local cops and disappear. I don't know. Just depends on the town, doesn't it? Anyway, my place is just right up here. All right. I guess I'll have to walk down the street. So wish me luck. Well, all right. Things are kind of rosy, kind of Jake. Found some neat things. Get my glasses on so I can read. I've got Dave Denny. MGM had Hillbilly, but they had more pop than anything else. But when I see it's with instrumental accompaniment, and it's got some hot guitar, it's a kind of a country thing, kind of a bopper. Then this is really neat. My mom loved this guy, Bobby Lord. Love him long time. And this is one of his lesser easy things to find from 1957. I think it's a Canadian issue. I'm not for sure. Yeah, it is. Made in Canada, because the label looks funny. It's a real good rock-a-ballad type teen thing. Not out-and-out rockabilly. This is out-and-out rockabilly rock and roll. Joe South. It's dirty. It needs a cleaning. But it plays great. It'll clean up to maybe a G. No, it'll be a VG minus probably. The label should be that color, but it's not. On to the 78s. Roll over Beethoven, Chuck Berry. Can't go wrong with that. People want the hits for their jukeboxes. Same with Little Richard. Girl Can't Help It. This is neat. This is in pretty terrible shape, but this is a blues R&B jazz label. For a short time they did a folk series, which was their code talk for country. Chickasha Gal by Joe Maverick and his Hot Doggies. Got a really bad edge chip that just doesn't quite reach the music. So that's nice. Okay, more out and out, beautiful rockabilly. George Hamilton IV, well, if you don't know. But it's the flip side to a big hit. So there's a lot of those around, but it's clean. And then we've got Long Tall Sally, Little Richard Slipping and Sliding. But the best one in the group, and I paid extra for this, it's Elvis Presley, Shake, Rattle, and Roll. Yes, that's a good one. It's one of Elvis's best rockers he ever did that wasn't on the Sun label. And so I'm glad with what I've got. My next lead wasn't there. Sometimes people will stand you up. So that's quite all right. I don't want to video that because I don't want, you know, any of y'all to become the masked avenger and avenge my being stood up. I know how loyal you can be. So, I'm going to head it home. Looks like it might rain. I hope it doesn't. And I have found a good handful of records today. Might end up being a week's worth of income. If not, it's some good selling and trading material for the future. It's never a loss unless I break the damn thing. Every now and then one will get broken. Ugh. So like and subscribe because I buy old records. Well, howdy doodly do, neighbors. I'm Mac. I'm out looking for records because I buy old records. So anyway, today...
Continue on I-635.
Good, she's going to tell me where to continue. I kind of know where I'm going anyway. I've gotten a lead to come out here and meet a guy in a parking lot who's got a bunch of records out about 30 miles away. Might as well do it. I've got nothing better to do. I've been on the computer all day long, putting records up to sell, because yesterday I went out in my little Honda and I saw the charge light come on. Turns out I had finally lost my alternator. That thing lasted 226,000 miles. So I'm happy that it lasted that long. I'm mourning its passing. So I had to shell out some bucks to get that fixed. I don't work on my cars anymore. I used to. Man, I got tired of it. And they've gotten fairly complicated anyway. Gone are the days where I could work on my old 58 bug and make things right. I don't really mourn those days either. We're just going to go out for about 30 miles, take a look at some records, maybe have enough time to hit a store or two, and then head back home. Might be a short episode. That's why I'm padded out with all this talking, don't you know? Well, coolness, I've almost arrived. I am, about 5 minutes away or so from my destination. And then, it's a nice day out there, isn't it? Wow. Then it'll probably take me about 10 to 20 seconds to see if it's a batch of records I want to buy. It's one of those deals where you got to buy them all or you don't get to buy any. So if I see one absolute killer, yeah, I'll pay the $100 the guy's asking. If he ain't, then I ain't. But I'd much rather see quite a few killer good records in there. Something I can make profit on, be happy with. Profit makes me happy. Yes, it does. I'm funny that way. Used to live in this town, this Waxahachie. Waxahachie is a long, long name that a lot of people have trouble spelling. In fact, there's this poor kid they tell a joke about who was from Waxahachie, and by the time he learned to spell it, his dad got transferred to Nacogdoches, Texas. That's the kind of a spelling joke, I suppose you'd say. I've got to find myself some new riders. The ones I got aren't really doing that well for me. Well, all right, I've arrived. Let me get this set. Well, no luck there. There were a lot of records from the 50s and all, but it was all RCA, Elvis, Johnny Cash, Sun record, Jerry Lee Lewis Sun record. I thought at first I was going to have some things, but nah, including some square dance records. Square dance records. So I'm going to go hit a couple of shops. It's about 4:17 right. Well, it is 4:17 right now, not about. And I'm going to go hit a couple of places here locally. Maybe I can turn up something here. It doesn't worry me that I don't find things when I go out. You'll see I don't get really upset or angry or too bitter about it. I do like to go out and look. And if I get a lead that gets me out to an area, that's fantastic. That puts me out to where there's shops and garage sales and just all sorts of things that just might surprise me. So let's go over here. There's a place that it's like a big red barn. I think they call it the Big Red Barn. If it's open, this being a Monday, I kind of doubt it. But let's go check it out. All right, a couple of shops. I've hit these recently. But since I'm here, might as well hit them again. I've seen things come in from day to day at some of these that would take your breath away. 78's stuck to the wall. Let's check that out. Okay. Nope. Saw one here by Linda Gale Lewis. That's the sister to the immortal Jerry Lee Lewis. I've played some shows, or a show or three with Linda Gale. She's still a piano playing powerhouse. Okay, let's switch to both hands for this part. Well, nothing there. Quite a few 45s to look at, just nothing I needed. The usual assortment of hit records from the 60s, a few from the 50s. I'll go into this probably one last place. Like I say, I get a lot of walking done in these places. Had some 45s back there to look at. Had to look a 78 up online to see what it's worth. Wasn't worth much. Not enough to take a gamble on anyway. Let's keep going upstairs. I'll have to keep track of how many places I go a month. Okay, that was a fun little jaunt. I was gone about, I don't know, a little over 2 hours. Almost home right now. And didn't find anything, and that's okay. That's how it goes. That's the way the ball bounces, the way the record rolls, the way, okay, you know all those old tired homilies. Anyway, that's the way it goes. Sometimes I'll find, sometimes I don't. I know the first time I did one of these vlogs here, I found a big plastic thing full of 78s, and I'm still selling out of that. So guess what? Yeah, I don't sweat that any. I don't sweat it none. That doesn't confront me in the least.